These are all the books that I have read in May. I'm also gonna preface this by saying I have the memory of like a goldfish. Any book that I have read more than a week ago, I basically have forgotten the plot of it. Out of all the fantasy books that I read in May, my favorite was The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I love the action and the scheming and the found family in this book, and this really delivered, so definitely top favorite, and probably one of my top favorites of this year. And the rest of the fantasy books, they were like good but not like super amazing. I read Silver Elites and then Shield of Sparrows because I wanted to like compare those two, and I did like Shield of Sparrows more than Silver Elites, and from what I can recall, I think there was just more like plot, more things going on in the Sparrows book than Silver Elites. Going into May, I finished the Devoured Worlds trilogy. Like, I only read the third book technically in May, but I still like really like this series, the sci-fi series, and I do highly recommend it. It does get a little like wonky once you like hit that like third book, like the plot kind of deviates and you're kind of just like, what is going on type of thing, but it's still really good. I read the Kingdom of Lies series because This Vicious Dream, which was the spin-off of this series, just came out, so I wanted to like read the whole series and then read the spin-off. I really like the series. It's a fae romantasy, but I feel like it's nothing like super unique to that fae romantasy genre. I was like reading this on vacation, so like I was mentally kind of checked out, so like I kind of just like lost interest in the series, but it was still like pretty solid. There's no bad writing, like the plot wasn't terrible or anything, and I really did like the spin-off. I think my heart just like wasn't in the series as much. Kiss of the Basilic I also read, and people have said this was like unhinged spice, so I was like, let me try this, and yeah, it was very unhinged spice, so I don't even know if I'm interested in the second book. Then I did read another Murder Bot book. I've been reading like maybe one a month, but every time I listen to the audiobook, I like zone out and have no idea what's going on with the series. And before we get to thrillers, I'll mention the one romance book I read, which is Done and Dusted, and this was a cute book. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the rest of the series. I'm just like not in the mood for like that romance anymore. I started May off with the Mind F series, and I like this, but I didn't love it. I'm just not like loving the POV of a vigilante. I've read other books like Richard Lockwood. Just prefer like a true like just mystery like PI detective series. I read The Maid's Diary. To be honest, I don't even know what this was about, but I think I did give it 4 stars. I'm pretty picky with thrillers, so 4 stars is pretty good for me. I wanted to start the Alex Cross series by James Patterson because of the TV show. The TV show is good, but the books kind of suck. The Tenet was a new Freddie McFadden book. This was like not good either. Something I Keep Upstairs was a new J.D. Barker book because I love J.D. Barker. He has like the best plot twist, but this was like a horror, like supernatural book that I do not like horror, so I didn't like this book. I read Jar of Hearts because that was so popular. Didn't really like it. Hated the ending. I read The Man Made of Smoke. It was like decent, like the mystery was good, but just didn't like really hit with me either. That was a new one. I read The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. That was a new thriller book. Again, like a solid mystery, but like the ending just came so fast and so abrupt, and I was like, that's it. And I read Next of Kin, was about like a woman leaving her nephew in the car and like the trial that follows it, which is like really boring, and there is like a big plot twist at the end, but like that was it. So again, another disappointment. I read In the Waning Light, which was the same author who wrote The Maid's Diary. This was pretty good. I would recommend it. It's a good, solid thriller. This author, I would say so far, has been pretty good for me. I read a legal thriller series, and I would also recommend this. I love legal thrillers. I read The Thrashers, which is also a new thriller. This is pretty good. This really reminded me of 13 Reasons Why, just like another type of book. I tried reading another James Patterson series, but didn't like that either. It seems to me I need to be giving up on James Patterson. And then I finished up May with South of Nowhere, which is the 5th book in the Coulter Shaw series, which is also a TV show called Tracker. This wasn't my favorite Coulter Shaw book. There were definitely better ones before this, but it was still pretty solid. And then I read Nightshade, which is a new detective series by Michael Connelly, which I love his Lincoln Lawyer and Bosch series. I'm still warming up to this new detective, but that's because it's just the first book. So now that I've spoken this aloud and have realized that I have not liked a lot of books that I read in May, so I'm hoping June will be a little better.